morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you may be. Welcome to episode 71 of the Pitch Perfect podcast. I am Kiki here with Elaine.
Hi.
And
I just got distracted by episode 71. It seems like so little and so much at the same time.
Yeah, I realized as I was watching other things recently that they specify what episode it is at the start of the top. At the top of the episode. Well, so here we are. It's also been 39 episodes, as I've recently figured out, since I've joined. So there we go. A little bit of trivia for you.
Wow. That's kind of crazy because that means like at this point we've probably created more content together than Melody and I created.
If you include the tournaments,
if you include
and the plays.
Rainbow Pitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the plays too. Oh my goodness. The plays and the tournaments.
Which hopefully, if you're watching
we done
this
more
by
spoilers
now,
together?
I missed that.
Sorry. Have we done more spoilers together too at this point? I wonder. I'd have to count it out.
From the hunt until now. Rosetta, if you want to include the one that I got that you're a part of.
I would say Rosetta. I would start at Rosetta.
Then, yeah.
Until now.
You're the one who has the collection in your binder. You could probably count them.
Well, I have it right here.
As per usual, it's not a very structured episode. This is us just chatting.
Let's see. I have it right here. But technically... Alright. So Singe, we're going to go through it. Singe was Uprising, but that wasn't... Pitch Perfect didn't exist. So that was just me. Brainstorm, Pitch Perfect existed, but we didn't get a spoiler card as Pitch Perfect. Melody and I both had separate spoiler cards, but we revealed it on Pitch Perfect. So maybe it counts. Okay, so we're going to count Brainstorm. Brainstorm, Amnesia, Tear Through the Portal, Recharge, Hood of Red Sand, Prismatic Leyline. So that's 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then together, you and I have done, we count Etchings of Arcana. We'll count it because we kind of brainstorm. Calming Breeze, Fiddler's Green, Heck Perfect, Low Blow, and Mind Meets Might is the 6th card. Which means that this card that we are revealing for Omens, or had revealed yesterday, we're going to talk about it today, is the...
It's the break point.
It's the break point. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh.
There you go. I will say, the Etchings of Arcana isn't on the Pitch Perfect YouTube channel. That's on my personal one.
We're still counting it.
I mean, like, yeah. If you ever feel like watching a video on how to shuffle your hand so it makes sounds, you can pop over to my personal YouTube channel. There's 33 subscribers, and it's not very important.
And I will plug my personal YouTube channel. I don't think I have maybe any subscribers. There might be 7. And the only thing on there is a very cursed blog that I made for Worlds Osaka. Which I don't even think you're in, Kiki's.
It's because we've taken one picture together.
One photo together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, my YouTube channel is mostly me playing rhythm games back from when I used to play. And there's a bunch of videos that are up there that I wanted access to that I didn't want people to see. There's a lot of private videos on there that nobody can find. But that's a bit about us.
That's a bit about us. If you've made it here, you don't know anything about us. That's like a very, well, really, I don't know what you would have learned about the history of Pitch Perfect from that, aside from someone used to be on this podcast named Melody. And now there's Kiki. And if you don't know anything about that, I just wanted to make it clear that we really, really love Melody and nothing happened.
It wasn't a dramatic sort of ending. It was she went and pursued her own thing and succeeding in
exactly.
it. And didn't have time for us anymore.
Sadly, I miss her every day.
She's still about. Occasionally.
But We just spoke. We still have a group chat, the three of
Yes.
us. There's some insider information. We still have a group chat, the three of us. We chatted. But anyway, enough about us. Let's talk.
About Flesh and Blood?
I guess we're just gonna about Flesh and Blood.
Yeah. Have you done anything in Flesh and Blood this week, recently?
So yes. I'm gonna say yes because I've been slaving away cramming a cosplay that by the time that you're listening to this, you'll have already seen it. We're gonna talk about our card. We can talk about our card like candidly because
this isn't going up till
if
after
you're
the Tuesday, the 5th.
yeah, so if you're watching this, you already know what our card was. You already know the cosplay that I've been working on. But that is what I've done in Flesh and Blood. That's taken up every minute of free time that I've had this week has gone towards that cosplay. So I have it sitting right here. I'll pull it
It's
out.
very adorable for those who are... What's the word I'm looking for? Audio-only listeners. If you're just listening to us, you'll just have to trust us, or go to our YouTube channel and watch the spoiler for yourself when it comes out.
Yeah. Or my Bluesky or my Twitter, it'll be there. You know what? I'm really excited to have a new profile picture because I change my profile picture every time we reveal a card. Which is a new thing. I think I started doing that with Super Slam.
I think suppose I did
And
it, and you were
then-
like, I want to do that too.
No, actually I did it with High Seas. I changed myself to my mermaid
True.
cosplay. And then for Super Slam, changed it to the Super Slam. And now I get to, and then, of course, for Compendium, I did like a little interpretation of Enigma, changed it to that. And now I get to do something else. And I'm really excited for this cosplay. I think it'll be cool.
I know it is, as someone who's seen portions of it, and who by the time this video will come out, have edited the video, hopefully.
Hopefully. We're past the spoiler date right now. So. If you didn't edit it, then I did, so it's out.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's my plan after this. Once we're done recording here, I'll be editing the video or videos together. I haven't decided whether I'm going to combine them or not. In the script I wrote, I said 2 separate things.
You said separate. But I would be fine with either. It's funny because anyone who's listening to this knows what we did already. But I think it would be fine as either. So whatever's easiest.
I kind of see how the timing fits between them. A lot of the time when I write the scripts for our videos, I don't actually know how long each video is going to be. And it's just coincidentally worked out to be like a 3-part video every time how I wanted it to. So, well.
Yeah.
But that's what I was doing. I say today, really. That's what I was doing 20 hours ago. Or however long it was ago. Was running around the waterfront once again, where I did the high seas piratey kind of thing. Fishing, quote unquote. We had some people, like, it was like a dad and his children come along, not intentionally where we were, but like, you know, they just happened to walk by and accidentally captured some of their speaking. So thankfully it was in a portion of the video where I don't require the sound from that, so I can cut them out. He was like, oh, what's your like content channel, like how can I find you? I'm like, it's for a trading card game. It's not actually fishing content.
Not fishing. Well, wait. So you have this small, ridiculous toy fishing rod, and they thought it was real fishing.
Well, he thought it was like a skit for like, you know, fishing, I guess. Like it was very clearly
That's
a skit
very
kind of
wholesome.
thing going on. Considering the fishing rod's like this long
Right.
and green and yellow.
Yeah, the fish. When you sent me a picture of the fishing, I had to laugh because it was really, really funny.
Maybe I'll post this at some point, but in one of the recordings we did, like when we were trialing input and stuff, I'm like, getting ready to fish, putting the rod over the water. It definitely doesn't touch the water. It's, again, like yay long, right? But the rope just gets stuck on itself, and I'm just awkwardly like reeling it or trying to reel it in and out. It's not moving. Very clearly like confused about what's going on, and my friend just kept on recording it anyway, so that little clip probably won't make the actual spoiler video, but maybe I'll post it somewhere. Maybe I'll put a teaser for the video somewhere.
Oh, just reeling. That
Just
could be
struggling
funny.
with it.
That could be a funny
I could just
teaser.
post it with no context. People will be like, what's happening? Why do you have this fishing rod?
Just, yeah. But you could do like the same, like, when we did our high seas reveal, it was like, oh, the waves in the water, and then like words. It could like have the same sort of setup, but then from the waves, it just cuts to like the reeling of, really, and then it's just like pitch perfect May 5th. That could be
We've
funny.
already done this video though.
Yeah, it's in the past.
Another date reveal for fun. We can do an extra video for fun.
Yeah, I mean, when our spoilers are usually 3 parts,
Yeah,
aren't
true.
they like 3 parts? Like that's just part 1. And we could put like part 1, pitch perfect spoiler, a teaser part 1, and so then people are like, "Whoa, let me go look," and it's just like, really.
Eventually, it was just make like a blooper reel, like from the high seas video. There's like a video of me like climbing on top of something, and then I just like very clearly fall off it. And like I can't remember like how much of that made into the actual video at this point, but like I probably include that in the blooper reel.
I don't think I have any bloopers from shooting spoilers. It's gonna look cool. I'm doing my nails right now for our spoiler shoot because I'm not gonna have time to do them before. So we're recording this. I guess this is the timeline is probably so confusing to listeners. We're recording this right now on Friday Eastern time.
Yes.
For me, right? So this is Friday, May 1st. And then, tonight I'm going to a Yankees game. I'm excited. Tomorrow I'm finishing this cosplay. It needs to be finished. It's not done yet. And then Sunday, kind of early, like at lunch, I have the cosplay photo shoot. So it's not like a whole lot of time. So I'm doing my cosplay nails right now on the pod. If I seem distracted, I'm not being rude. I'm just doing my nails.
I love that, LSS, plus them, usually doesn't give like multiple weeks to do a spoiler. Like our Guardian Pack Mastery Pack Guardian one was like we had a week to do it because they sent us the invitation to do it before Christmas, I think, right?
Singapore.
Yeah, it was like before we were on holiday.
No, Mastery Pack Guardian was Singapore.
Why do you think it was Christmas?
It was not. It came out in like August.
I just remember there was like a period where we accepted to do the spoiler, and then there was like 2 weeks where we didn't see the card, and then about a week before the card, we saw the spoiler, and we like thankfully had a great idea and were able to like put it together. But it meant that our teaser video and our actual video had completely different vibes. This time.
Yeah, because
This time they gave us like 3.5 weeks, like before the real date, and us getting the card, so we had plenty of time to like.
Okay. Everything's okay.
There might have been a cat on the screen.
Yeah.
So this time we had plenty of time to like do this, and we're like talking about like, yeah, we've got weeks to do this, and somehow we're filming everything in the last weekend. Like, this is kind of peak us.
No, this is not our fault. If you've been listening to this podcast every week, you know that I had family in town, and then I was out of town, and then I had family in town, and then as soon as my family left, it was like, okay, now I have to make a whole cosplay. And so what? I didn't start this cosplay actually. Well, it was a quick turnaround because my family left on Wednesday, and I started this on like Friday night. So today's Friday. I've worked on it for a week. This is my progress in 1 week. I can show it. This, if you've seen it by now, this
So pretty.
took a long time to make. I talked on Tommy's podcast last week. I was on Tommy's podcast, and this like the thing about omens is when you look at the card art, it's like, oh, the card art is so wild looking. It's so mystifying. It's like looks, if you were there in person, like you'd just be in awe, like your senses would be overstimulated. And so I feel like trying to like translate that into IRL is really like an interesting creative challenge, because it's like I want everything to just be like way over the top. Originally I made this bodice with just like fabric, so like colorful fabrics, you know. I had like the two different blues, the pink and the white, and it was just like laid out colorful fabrics, and then it just didn't feel like enough, so I had to keep going. So I ended up sequining the entire thing, which was kind of crazy. But I don't know, it just like it needed more. I sequined the top, collar P. It just needed more. It's been like really, that took a while. And then let's see. Last night I made my 3 fish. This is croissant. I got wine drunk and did the yesterday because this is loaf. They don't have fins or tails yet as the time you're seeing them. By the time you've already seen these guys, and they do have fins and tails. And then this is concha. So they're all like little bread themed. But they need tails. And clearly what I just showed you of my bodice is not done. So it's Friday. So tomorrow I need to do all the draping for my cosplay. The headpiece is made also. I don't have that handy near me. The headpiece, don't worry. That is already done. So yeah, in 1 week I've done 3 fish, the bodice, and the headpiece. And tomorrow I need to finish the fish and do the draping. And then Saturday or Sunday for the photo shoot, it's gonna be a lot of makeup, because to create like the crystallized, her whole body's like crystal.
Yes.
That's all just gonna be body paint.
Elaine is all of the spectacle in this channel.
Gonna be crazy.
I'm here to just like write stage directions. That's my thing.
But I think that's why we work together, right? Because we like, I think we really do a good job of like complementing each other's strengths. Because I cannot, like, creative writing is, no, that's not for me. I don't know what I'm doing. And so I like love that you love to do the scripts, because I don't thrive in that area.
I love that my category is creative writing, but the spoiler's literally just, vegan joke.
Okay, it was funny. Well, also, this spoiler, I feel like, stumped us a little bit more. Like, we had more time too, but I think it stumped, like, it took us longer to get our idea together. I feel like, surprisingly, most of the time when we see a spoiler, we're like,
yeah,
boom, that's what we want to do. It's super, I don't know why we always, like, one of us has an idea and throws it out there, and the other one's like, yes, I love that, obsessed with it, and then usually like adds a bit to it, and it like really is a quick process for us, like collaboratively. we're always on the same page. This spoiler, we really threw around. Like, I feel like it took us a while to be like, I don't know what we want to do for this. And then I was like, I don't want to cosplay that. I don't have time to cosplay that. And she looks insane. And then I was like, I kind of do want to cosplay it. Maybe I have time. I have 9 days. I think I could do something with that. And you were like, yeah, I don't know. You texted me one night, was like, this vegan joke. And I was like, we have to include that. That's all.
Yeah. See, like when we initially thought, or when we initially got the breakdown of it's going to be a lightning class, like I was thinking, you know, before we saw our card, but we got the request to do a spoiler. Actually, even before we got the request to do a spoiler, I was thinking like, if we were to get one, like what we can do, it's obviously lightning themed and like galaxy-ish. So like thinking of these like big, grand, ethereal sort of things, ideas. And then the card came in, and like it is very ethereal and stuff, but like the big flashy lightning side of it, stormy side of it didn't come in, and I just didn't have anything for it. Like, I mean, even looking at the art now, like I don't know what kind of story it has that we could like tie into anything or make of. Granted, things don't necessarily need to have a story all the time. Pack Perfect, for example.
Dawa just spoke to us. They knew what they were doing when they gave us that.
Funnily enough, like whenever I speak to people that aren't in Flesh and Blood, and they're like, "Oh, what kind of videos do you make and stuff? Like, what are some examples?" That's the go-to video. Like, here's the short-form content I make, and yeah,
It's so
banned
funny.
in Belarus.
I'm like, yeah, this art though, I totally understand what you're saying. I think that is why this card, there's no like flavor text on it, which is something we kind of like also like to build on. We tend to, if you've noticed watching our spoilers, we tend to like sometimes we try and like connect our spoilers somehow, which is like really fun for us, but there was not really any way to connect this, which is I think was a little shocking to us both because it's an illusionist card. We just revealed an illusionist card.
Yeah, true.
But it was so different. And then like also there's fish, and we did mermaids for high seas, like, but it's just different. It's just different. It was different. Should we talk about the actual card?
Yeah, for sure.
Or we still have?
So, by now you've seen the card. It's Unwinding Finality. It's a 0 cost, functionally an illusionist snatch style effect, right? When it hits, it draws a card, and then whenever this fragments, you may put a lightning instant card from your graveyard on top of your deck. Then of course fragment, and it's a 0 cost 5. So like raw numbers alone, we're looking at some pretty powerful stats. We've already seen this as well in some of the cards prior revealed. Pulsing Cardia was the example they used at their like keynotes video, I think, right? That was one they used? Yeah. One of Fragment Skin and Resource. So like we know that 0 cost 5, 2 cost 7 are kind of the numbers they're trying to hit. Maybe 1 cost 6 comes up as well, I can't remember. I haven't seen any 1 cost 1s at the moment.
I don't think that I have
But so numbers rise were there, and of course in like typical illusionist fashion, they're kind of above stat, right? Especially when you compare this to Snatch, which is like a 0 cost 4 draw a card. Granted it's generic, but it's a block 2, this one is a block 3. It seems pretty powerful. Now, of course with Fragment, it can be blocked out a bit easier. Fragment reducing its attack power by 2 whenever it gets defended by a card with 2 or more defense. Do we know Fragment triggers multiple times? Like if they double block this?
I don't think we know that, but I wouldn't think that it does. That would be really good if it...
Yeah, see, I have a feeling it does, just because it says whenever a card with 2 or more defenses get -2, not whenever 1 or more. But We'll find out.
I want to ask Josh Scott
They'll
if I can ping him right
they'll
now.
be release notes. It's 7 a.m. in New Zealand. I don't know if he'll be awake.
True. True. Sorry. I'll save that question for later, Josh. Since I know he's
Yeah,
listening.
of course. But he could probably just put it in the comments for real. Incidentally, one of my favorite social media accounts, Josh Scott.
I love Josh Scott's social media account.
But yeah, a super powerful effect. Do you have any initial thoughts about the card? I know you're very excited about it, as someone who's not even an illusionist player.
As someone who's not an illusionist player, so I am really excited about it. I think that I'm kind of nervous to be excited. I'm always excited about our spoiler cards, and I always think that they are incredible. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. I do think like all of our cards are playable.
I don't think a low blow has seen much constructed play.
I'll say I'm thinking back. Low blow was like pretty good in the limited format. Prismatic ley lines, I was like, this card is so good. I think this is good. And then it came out and everyone was like, trash card, which like fair. But then it had its time to shine with Gravy Bones. Calming Breeze that's
true.
That's a card.
Unfortunately, Calming Breeze
anyway,
came out at the same time as that other really powerful card. Shelter.
Yeah.
Came out the same set as Shelter.
Right, so like washed.
But Fiddler's Green though. That's one pretty good.
Fiddler's Green. That's a good card. Also, I'm drawing a blank. What am I trying? Oh, Etchings of Arcana also gets play. Let's see. Singe doesn't really have any relevance right now, but at one point it did. I don't think that our Dusk Till Dawn, Tear Through the Portal, or Recharge, or Brainstorm. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point I tried to make is that like every time I always get really, really excited about our reveal cards, and I'm like, oh, I love this card. You don't really know what's going on until you see the other cards, and then you're like, okay, maybe it's not as good as I thought it was when this was the only card that I saw, and I was really hyped about it. This card, I maybe I'm speaking too soon and the same thing's gonna happen. I do think this is a good card. It looks really powerful to me.
I think this card is undeniably powerful. Like,
it looks powerful to me. Like,
this says draw a card on it, on hit, and like, sure, it has fragment, but like,
but it's
go for it.
It's a good card either way. Like, even if it fragments, you get to top deck. So if it's like, also if someone accidentally was, I don't want to be mean, if someone triggered both of these effects.
Oh, there's a way.
Yeah, no, I know there's a way. Like, because, well, I can say this without being mean. Even if someone triggered this effect, like, even if they just blocked this incorrectly, maybe didn't understand the mechanics, blocked this incorrectly, and then it fragmented and hit, that would be really good. But also, like, you can just, like, press this, for example, force it to hit, and then you get to trigger fragment and draw a card, and then you could probably, I'd imagine, stack those triggers to top deck into your draw.
You don't have a choice. That's exactly how that works. Fragment triggers on the defending before the damage hits. But, yeah, even if you have no instants in your graveyard, your opponent might be like, okay, I'm safe to block this. Block 3 on it, make it deal no damage. And then, with no instants in your graveyard, you can play the Lightning Press in response to the fragment trigger, because I don't think it targets. Yeah, so I think you can play Lightning Press in response to the trigger. I could be wrong. Give it the +3, and then let the fragment resolve. And then because of fragments, you can then put the Lightning Press on top. Your attack hits, you get the Lightning Press back.
It kind of seems good to me. we're on Friday. We're on May 1st of spoilers. And I don't know if I've seen a card yet that I've thought like that is as powerful as our card.
Yeah. There are definitely some very powerful cards. Blink of an Eye being a rare is very cool.
Yeah.
But it's like another way to get your Ziggy effect without actually needing to sacrifice a lightning flow token, which is nice. Flicker Reality seems really powerful as well. Another way to like flicker kind of thing. But this card has so much like raw number card advantage, like everything you kind of want.
Watch our card come out and everyone's like trash, and then we release this whole episode of us hyping it up.
Then we're just doing what we're supposed to be doing, is spoiler reveal it. I legitimately think it's undeniably good. I'm not willing to bet money because I'm broke, but I am willing to bet pride on this card being good.
I feel like every time anyone gets a spoiler, people, if you've received a spoiler before, you've probably had people be like, what's your spoiler card? And then you have to be like, I'm not telling you, because obviously I'm not telling you. But then they're always like, is it good? And you're always like, yeah, it's the best card ever. And that's been happening this time, my friend. That happens every time, and I'm like, yeah, it's the best card ever. And then my card comes out, my friends are all like, I got baited, it's not that good. Like, but this time I'm like, yeah, it's the best card ever, and they're all like, sure, we'll see it. And I just hope it is as good as I think it is, because I don't think I'm baiting anyone.
I would be
I think it's a good card.
Surprised if this card wasn't good. Like, if this card is actually bad,
Me
I think
too.
hypothetically, in a universe where this card is bad, I think the hero isn't good. Like, the only reason I can see this card not seeing play is because Ziggy doesn't see play.
Right, because Ziggy's not good.
Like, even if we just, like, you can add, there's, like, Aura Shards, which gives power to it and makes it bigger, and you can get that back with your Unwinding Finality, so it's kind of like the same lunging press play, almost. Or maybe not the same, because the Auric Shards doesn't remove itself from play when you get the effect, but I presume there's going to be a bunch of ways being lightning to give this a damage increase, or even go again. Like, attacking this with go again makes it really difficult for your opponent. They might end up double blocking it to try to play around your lightning press, and you're like, okay, and then you just play another card afterwards, and then use lightning press on that. Like,
another thing that I would say about the card is that I think it's like, if I don't know, understand Ziggy correctly and like how they are going to play, like, this card is so integral into like doing what Ziggy wants to do, like draw, like discard, top deck, draw, like it's just, you're like, that's not something every hero does, but this makes Ziggy function really well.
All the other cards we've seen so far, as of the moment of recording, are cards that kind of give you more of Ziggy's effect, right? Like the Flicker Reality, Blink of an Eye. These cards do what Ziggy's already doing, whereas this card is doing something different to what Ziggy does, but I feel like we'll kind of tie the deck together, glue the deck together almost. It gives you like an aggressive, proactive threat. It gives you Incursion, where you use some cards, some instance that you might need again in the future. That is a block 3.
It's a block 3. It's a 0 cost. Maybe I'm like too red line brained. If there's any if I'm wrong at all, it's because I'm too red line brained. And I'm also not an illusionist player, but you're an illusionist player, so I trust.
I'm glad you think that, even though I think this is a very different sort of illusionist. I don't think this is going to be the same sort of board present snowball kind of illusionist. I think there's like potential for it to get that way because you are going to have auras with ward. So you can kind of protect your life total that way, do the no block thing. But I do think this card just has too much going on for it to not be good. And even though it is a red, and like I do think the deck will want blues, you'll be using the blues on the other effects, like on Ziggy's hero ability, on their weapon attack, or not attack their weapon instead.
Yeah.
So like this being a 0 cost is important for that like cost curve consideration.
I was thinking that too. You know, before we started recording today, I was looking at the card. I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know, it's an illusionist, but this is a majestic. It's a red card, so we're not gonna see it in rainbow because of its rarity. But that was like it's 0 cost. So it, like, yes, it's not a good resource card, but also requires no resources. So it's like net neutral when you put it in the deck. Worst happens is it's a block, which is good.
Or like the other thing, like even if it's a 1 card play, it's a 0 cost, like 5 that your opponent is forced to block with a 3 block card. Otherwise, they give you an arsenal. So it's kind of, again, that kind of snatch variant. And like at that point, like if that's the worst case scenario for your card outside of being a defending card, that's a pretty good card.
Right. It's a card that like demands something of your opponent. It like forces your opponent into some really interesting decision points. So I don't see how it could be bad.
Because if they don't block it, they're taking 5 and you're drawing it.
Yeah, you could top deck and draw a card.
Yeah.
That's just good.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else to say about our card? About our reveal video that we haven't made yet?
That's a good question. Not before I edited it, I guess. Like, I don't know. It was quite windy when I was recording, so like there's one of 2 ways I could take my side of it. I don't know. I'm going to need to self-teach myself some things if I want to try to do some editing effects with your side of the video that I kind of want to figure out.
What do you want to do to my side of the video?
I want to learn, like, if I can get you in a similar position to the artwork and then fade into the artwork of the card. But, like, as the image of the card. It's like with the frame and everything.
Yeah, so
you, and then have that transition into the actual artwork.
yeah, you could do that.
I know it's possible, but
Just
I
need
teach myself how to do that.
You need to cut the frame, and overlay it, and then do the fade. I'm also going to have to take a really good photo.
Ren's the bar pretty high, so.
I was looking at that. I was like, this is so exactly. Mine better be this good. I was like, I hope mine is this good. I just think it's going to be... like looking at this art, it's so hard to recreate. There's just so much going on, and I feel like with every piece I've made, it's not exactly like bar for bar, but it's more of like I'm just trying to recreate the feeling of like awe and the look of like, whoa, this like kind of just like looks crazy. Everything's like one color but different, but it's all at the same time. It's like so colorful. It looks so like shiny. Yeah, I'm not gonna have this crystal halo above my head, regrettably.
Unfortunately, you don't have magical powers.
Unfortunately, I'm not gonna have the crystal halo above my head. I will have the fish, and I'm gonna look insane. I'm gonna be like, my body's gonna be painted as if I'm a crystal. I'm gonna have this sparkly, shiny, like, outfit on that's almost a lot to look at. So I can't imagine how much it'll be to look at when my body is like in full body paint. I don't think she necessarily has. Oh, she does. Oh, perfect. Wow, amazing. I was like, I don't think she has white eyes. She does, because I have my white contacts too, so my eyes will be white. Oh, shit. I actually don't have white contacts. I take that back. My eyes are not going to be white. I have icy blue contacts, because when I did Enigma, I got 2 pairs. I think one was icy blue, one was white. I have them like right here. I could look. But pretty sure. Oh, these cool nails. I should have done these. These match perfectly.
Which one are those on?
Wait, let me show you. I'll show the camera. I'm so silly. Look at these ones.
Oh my god.
I know. I already have these metallic ones on. Oh well.
I mean,
Oops.
I really liked how they looked with the bodice. So, you know, you got that going.
Yeah, they're shiny. Like, you can't go wrong. What? Here they are. What color are the contacts? Reveal.
Name of the episode.
Blue.
Blue.
They're like very icy blue. It'll still look cool. They're not white. That's my fault. I totally thought these. For like the past month, I thought these were white.
Yeah, blue still works within the color scheme.
Blue works within the color scheme. I'm just hoping it comes across as like I look crazy. I told this story on Fresh and Buds when I was on Fresh and Buds talking about my cosplay. But you know, I live in New York City. I think most people know that. If you listen to this channel. So I live in New York City and we have like a fashion district with just like store after store after store of fabric and crafts and trims and everything you could want. So of course I have like a fabric guy and I have a trims guy, and I go to them and they always know what my cosplay looks like or is going to look like, because I'm not someone who makes a plan for my cosplays ahead of time. I just craft them as I go. I literally sat down yesterday with a hot glue gun, scissors, and a cardboard box, and I was like, let me make 3 fish. No plan in mind, but they turned out, you know. So I just kind of craft as I go. So usually what happens is I go to the fabric store, I pull up the image on my phone, and I just circle around the fabric store for half an hour, being like, I need inspiration. What do I want? How do I want the fabric to move? How do I want it to lay? What do I want it to look like? I just like pick up, and the workers always come and they're like, can you help me? And can I help you? Can you help me? The workers come up to me, they say, can you help me? No. They come up to me, they're like, can I help you? And I'm like, yeah, look at this. If you were to make this, what ideas do you have? So we walk around, we kind of talk, and then I'm like, I was thinking, you know, we go back and forth and whatever. I buy some stuff from them. For this cosplay, my trim guy, I went and I got stuff for the headpiece. I got all the material to make the headpiece. And he was looking at the card art and he was like, this is insane. How are you even gonna do this? I was like, I really don't know. But I got all my stuff to make the headpiece, and then I was like, okay, bye. He said, when I left, he said, you're gonna be back here. I was like, I'm not gonna be back here. I got everything that I need. And then I did the bodice out of just the fabric that I'd gotten from my fabric guy, and I was like, I think I need to go back to my trim guy. And originally I was just gonna get like some sequins to outline the fabric. And then I was in the store looking at everything, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna have to go rogue and go crazy and sequin the entire bodice. And so he was helping me pick out colors, and we were like looking at swatches together. And I said to him, I just want to look crazy. And he said, I saw what you bought the first time. Trust me, you're gonna look crazy no matter what. Thank you. Yeah, I just want to look kind of insane.
This guy's just been clocking you the entire time you've been there, both times, for this cosplay. Just be like, you're gonna come back.
It's like, girl, you're gonna come back. You're gonna come back. Yeah, you're gonna look crazy. You're gonna come back. I love that guy. He really grounds me.
Unfortunately, my costuming side of things here was not very interesting.
What did you do? What did you go with? Actually,
I just kind of went with what would it look like if I was to go fishing. So I have like this like red flannel thing and a basketball jersey and some. I was trying to find like what shorts I had. I had like this hot pink pair of swim shorts. I'm like, this will do. So my colors are completely wrong. Oh, they have like these like suede Air Forces that I got secondhand. I think it's pretty classic color. It's like a tan-ish color. I was wearing them anyway. Because I needed shoes, not for any particular like aesthetic reason. But when I was buying the fishing rod from the toy store, the store clerk, who's kind of like middle-aged gentleman, was trying to sell me on various fishing toys, and he was like, "I just want to say, you got really cool kicks," and I'm like, and we just kind of stared at each other for a while. I'm like, where we go? Yeah. I don't think my shoes were anything especially
really cool
special.
kick.
But to this guy.
That's really funny. But this works out though, because you're just like playing the role of yourself. For once,
yeah. I just realized the lighting in my room has changed because the sun is starting to come up. I look very pale now.
I just realized we've been recording for like 46 minutes and I don't think we even finished the intro.
No. Like, that's why it's conversation. Welcome to episode 71 of the Fish Marathon.
Did you do anything in Flesh and Blood related aside from our spoiler this week?
Yeah, true.
I feel like
that's what we were up to, right? Yeah.
You asked me that question and now it's been 40 minutes.
I took the time to not play Prism. So because like me and my friends have like a dedicated like Monday evening we'll test with nationals coming up and everything. So I'm now working on my backup plan. I took what Yuki said to heart, being like, have like your deck that you're comfortable with, and then the deck that you want to try to tackle the meta with, and then like close to the time you can decide which deck you're gonna settle on. If the decision is made for me because of like Living Legend, of course. But yes, I was playing Dio this week, and it was a bit of fun. I like Dash a lot. I don't usually play the aggro combo sort of decks, but here we are. Yeah, I struggled into Gravy. The deck feels very powerful when you're doing the things you want to be doing, playing items off the top, boosting, playing your maximum velocities. The deck feels not very powerful when you miss on that, when you draw all of your items or you don't get the chance to boost 3 times. But we'll see how comfortable I am with it. I'm still kind of working on like the lines I need to beat fatigue, whether I need to worry about pitch stacking into them, or if I just kind of set up combos on the fly. That'll take a bunch of reps. Playing Dash IO at the moment.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable where I am with Prism and how she plays into most decks. Yeah, and technically I have an army today. I'm probably not going to go to it because I need to edit these videos.
Well, I was going to say you need to sleep.
That too, yeah. Yeah.
A few minutes ago, Kiki mentioned the sun is coming up, and that's because they haven't gone to bed. And what time is it?
It's like 7. It's not by choice. Okay, like...
Where is Morel?
I did try to go to sleep at like 2:30-ish. And then I was just in bed, not able to sleep. I wasn't like on my phone or anything. I just couldn't sleep.
I thought that, okay, so we were supposed to record this episode like not at this time, and then like it got rescheduled, and then the rescheduling was early for you, not this early, but early for you. And
the rescheduling is for like 20 minutes from now.
Yeah, with 20 minutes we've been recording for 50 minutes, so but I thought you had gone to sleep way long ago. Like this morning, we chat, and usually we stop chatting earlier in my day than we usually do. So I thought, that makes sense. We have an early recording time for Kiki, so hopefully they went to bed early and are getting some sleep. And then we've been recording for 50 minutes. Like 40 minutes before we started this recording, Kiki texted me and was like, I think I'm not gonna go to sleep because goodness. Because oh goodness. Because I just can't sleep and I never went to sleep. I've been up this whole time. And I was like, Kiki, what the heck? Well, if you're not gonna go to sleep, I'm free to record. Coincidentally, I wasn't supposed to be free to record that early, but then it... So you should get some sleep.
I'll try. At some point. Either way, I'm not going to. No, there's a good chance after we like finish recording, I'll be like, okay, now I can pass out. But
you have work today?
thankfully not.
Oh. Amazing.
Yeah. It does feel weird.
Yeah, don't go to Armory. Get some sleep.
And I have plans with friends afterwards. Board games. Like in the evening, afternoon. So they'll be time.
Well, I already went over my schedule for the weekend. I'm going to the Yankees game. I have to go meet my friends after this. Probably pre-game a little bit. My cosplay, I'm trying to figure out the cosplay logistics. Because tonight I'll probably sleep at my sister's house. Then tomorrow I'll be finishing this cosplay at my sister's house. Which means I need to take all of... This is like... I basically live between my house and my sister's house. Which, she's moving, so that won't be an issue anymore. But right now it's an issue because last weekend, Friday night and Saturday, I cosplayed at her house because when I made my shrimp cosplay, which was not for, that was for Mardi Gras. When I made my shrimp costume, I made that at her house. So I took my sewing machine to her house because I had to babysit. And she lives in the same building that I babysit in. So I took my sewing machine to her house, sewed the shrimp, then went and babysat, so it worked out. But I didn't bring my sewing machine home because I was lazy. Well, I obviously needed it to make this cosplay. So last Saturday I went. Last Friday I went, slept at her house on Friday, worked on the cosplay until like really late, slept at her house, got up, worked on the cosplay all day on Saturday. The fish I made here because I don't need a sewing machine to make fish. Well, actually I need a sewing machine to finish making the fish, which is why they have no tail. Anyway, this is a long rant. I am going to the Yankees game tonight with my sister, so I'm just gonna sleep at her house tonight and work on my cosplay because I need to finish sewing tomorrow because I'm also babysitting tomorrow. So then I'm not gonna finish babysitting until late, which means I need to sleep at, probably I'll just sleep at my sister's on Saturday again. Then the photo shoot is by my house on Sunday. Now this is only a problem is my sister and I live like an hour apart, which is why when it's like it's late or I bring a sewing machine an hour away, I just leave it there because it's just too much. But that means on Sunday, I have to bring all my cosplay stuff and non-sewing machine supplies to my sister's tonight before the Yankees game. Drop it off. Go pre-game, go to the Yankees game, come home, make it all tomorrow. And then Sunday, ow, you just bit my face. That's so rude. I hate when you do that. I'm gonna get rid of you now. Talking to my cat for the audio listeners, not Kiki.
Or you for that matter. Audio viewers, you are not being thrown away.
Just my cat. And just temporarily. I love him too much to get rid of him forever. Anyway. So the thing that I haven't exactly figured out is the logistics on Sunday for the photo shoot because I don't necessarily want to get ready and ride an hour on public transportation in the cosplay.
Could be part of the cosplay. Blooper reel.
Yeah. I don't really want to be in like a leotard with full body paint and contacts on an hour on public transportation. My house is very short. it's like a 15-minute walk from where the photo shoot is. So it'd be much nicer to get ready at my house, but then that means I have to leave early in the morning, come back to bring all the cosplay stuff back to my house, get fully ready, and then go. It's just a lot. That's probably, I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm gonna end up doing in terms of that. And it's not an actual issue. It's just like both solutions of like, that's a lot of work.
There's just no easy way out of it, basically, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, exactly. So I just took a few minutes to complain about it.
Hey, this is your YouTube channel. This is the whole point. Not the whole point, but like, it's one of the points, I should say.
Yeah. It's just a mess. It's just a logistical nightmare. But it's fine, because I'm going to look cool. And that's all I care about.
Except you don't want to look too cool.
I'm feeling a little like pre-embarrassed because I'm gonna look crazy, and my aerial studio, which is where the photo shoot's at, if you've seen the reveal, you already know that I'm on doing some aerial. Like my instructor, I was just kind of like, when can I get in and do this? And so she's like, yeah, I'll come let you in at this time. We work out a time, whatever. That's how you do things. So I'm like, I had to warn her. I was like, by the way, I'm gonna look insane, so like, don't judge me. And she's like, oh, I'm like really excited. That's fine. I love my aerial instructor. She's probably gonna think I look cool because I don't know, aerial circus stuff, like everything's
it's
like
creative arts.
This kind of stuff is, yeah, it's creative arts. This is not out of the ordinary. Now, where I'm feeling shy is that my aerial studio also doubles, so I'm going at a time when the aerial studio is closed, which is why my instructor has to let me in. When it's closed, it doubles as like MMA fighting. So that will be cool. So I'm like preemptively a little shy about it.
I mean,
embarrassed.
like, I don't know if you watch MMA. I don't really watch MMA, but the stuff I've seen, very freaky. Like, I'm sure.
It's
There's
like,
a lot of rolling around and hugging.
yeah, mixed martial arts and Muay Thai and a few other things. It's a fighting. It's fight. They fight. They sit there and they fight each other. So that they're gonna be like sitting there beating. Oh my goodness, you're driving me crazy today. Again, not Kiki or the audience, my cat. There's gonna be just like a lot of like people fighting in there while I'm looking the way that I'll look.
Kind of fishy.
Flipping around on a hoop. Right, yeah, so that.
Does your instructor know that you're putting fish on the hoop?
No. I don't think it's.
I should hope not, but also, like, I want to see your reaction.
Well, it's just like the fish are gonna be attached with pipe cleaners. So there's not gonna be any way, like, this in no way will cause any harm to the hoop at all.
No, for harm to the film.
Pipe. No harm, no hoops were gonna be harmed. If I had any concern that it would damage her property, I would not do it. But it's just pipe cleaners. And I'm thinking I probably will put the hoops on there. I'll probably do stuff with the fish and without the fish on there, just because if the fish are on there, I myself as an aerialist won't have access to the top bar, and I know what, like, if I'm gonna look really cool and have a photographer,
We need the material shots, you know?
yeah, I'm gonna take a lot of different shots, a lot of different poses. So. The thumbnail.
Wait, it
All
should
right.
be. When we're done recording this, we need to take a picture of that again.
Okay. It's been an hour. Maybe we should answer some listener questions. I think maybe we got like one.
That wasn't from me.
I don't know how we talked an hour already.
We just got really excited about a Zero Cost 5 that says on hit, draw a card, on defend, do other stuff.
My cat.
of our notifications are about our Yuki episode, which, like, to be fair.
I say, when did we? Oh, we got this question on Bluesky from you. To both of y'all. Why is this the only picture you've taken?
That's a really good question.
Love your work. It's a really good
don't
question.
Have an answer for that.
we
took busy during that.
Good question. Really. We don't have it.
And then we also have like separate groups that we're hanging out with, I guess.
Let's see. Okay. We did get some questions. You already answered.
I don't think I actually answered.
Connor. Well, it just says Prism question mark.
Yeah, I don't know what the.
This is from.
This is from Connor.
This is from Connor.
Yeah, I don't know what the question is.
On Twitter.
Like, it says Prism question mark? I'm like, yes. I guess.
There you go. That's the. My answer is no, I guess.
My answer is always yes. Depending on the question. The question is like, which hero do you dislike the most? The answer wouldn't be Prism. Yes.
Yeah.
I realized what I said, and
you said my answer is always yes, but like, did it contextualize that?
In the context of Prism question mark, I should specify. Yeah, there we go.
There you go. I was like, wow, we are getting brave. Another question on Twitter from Ren. What heroes would your pets play? Oh, goodness. This one? You don't have any pets.
Not currently, no.
So you could also give opinions on my pets if you want to use my pets.
Bird.
Root. This one, I want to say KO, but I don't think he's good enough to be a KO player. The KO, like, low-key is good, a good deck. And I think this one is kind of dumb. So I want to say Tough Nut. I do think this is...
Look at that face.
That's a Tough Nut player face. Like, look at him. He's got nothing but rocks in his head, but you can't help but love. Oh, I love you, buddy.
Tough Nut, 100%. I was trying to think about, because I did have a cat once upon a time. I was trying to think, because I remember I read this question. I did think about what she would have played, and I feel like she would have been an Azuri player, because she wasn't the friendliest cat. She hated most people, but she liked me, so she was really loyal and affectionate to me, and just me, and I guess also my stepdad, who was like her owner. But like when she was an outdoor cat for the most part, but when she'd come inside, she'd only come into my room, or she'd find where I was and sit with me, and then otherwise she'd leave. So like it kind of feels like Azuri vibes, and the kind of grumpy, moody, but loyal to her friends in the same way that she has like Azuri, and as the same way that she has Riptide and Arachne, you know? Yeah.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, that's what my cat was.
Oh, this. Find the minutes. I'm trying to find my. See if I can summon.
If I talk about my partner's cats, while you trying to find your cat,
I locked it. I must have locked him out though.
Oh no.
Hold on.
I'll talk about my partner's cat while you go find your other one.
Okay.
Go on. Okay. You can listen back to it later. It's fine.
I'll mute myself.
So my partner has two cats. One of them's this black cat, super energetic, like very rough and playful. So I think she would be a dash player kind of thing. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting. Really all over the place, and very affectionate and fun, but kind of over the top. Too much. And then my partner's other cat is... Oh, you're back.
Yes,
Also,
I'm
your
back.
outfit's really cute.
I did, in fact. lock. Yeah. See my going outfit. I did in fact lock him out.
He looks hurt. Not like physically hurt, but just like sad that you didn't let him in.
What were you saying about your partner's cats?
Well, the first one is this black cat who's very energetic and overly playful and swipes at everything. And I feel like that gives like Dash vibes, like just real energetic over the place. Literally boosts everywhere. Our other cat's real slow and kind of dumb. He's getting a bit more accustomed, but there was one time he was like going from like the couch onto the coffee table. But he didn't want to jump, so he just tried to like walk over and climb over it, but the gap was too big and he just like fell and face planted. He's a sweet, sweet boy, but he's just kind of
also a brute.
Yeah.
No offense to brute players. I think that Mo. Honestly, it's kind of hard for me to say what Mo would play. I do think he's smarter than anyone ever on Earth. So something like very big brained. He's very like sneaky. He might be like a Mario player, honestly. Like my first thoughts were like Enigma, Mario, or Kato, but I think that Enigma is like too not evil enough. I don't know. You know, he's like sneaky.
See, I'm going off the vibe of his like face color scheme, right? And like general like fluffiness, and he's giving Oldham to me. Not that Oldham's a illegal hero anymore, but the color scheme and the face. I think the white on his face kind of looks like a beard almost, Oldham like.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's like his emotional vibe so much as his fur.
You know, they say about cats, like cats either see humans as a bigger, dumber cat, or they see humans like, or they see their owners as like their literal mother. And like I have one of each, I think. Because like Mo definitely thinks he's smarter than me, and I do believe that he is smarter than me, and I'm smart.
You're pretty smart.
And then Toast is like, I don't know what's up with that kid. I could see. I don't know if I see Mo as a Guardian player, just because he's like he weighs 4 pounds. He's so small and nimble, so I see him like as much. He's very agile, actually.
Which would fit with the Mario kind of
But
thing.
yeah, and he's like very smart and cunning. But he's also like, he's pretty loving, but he likes his own. Like he's loving when he wants to be. He's loving on his terms. He's one of those cats that's like, if you pick him up and are like, let me cuddle you, he's like, get the hell away from me. But then if you sit still long enough, he's like, will you pet me? And never stop. So
I'm right here. Why are you waiting? Come on.
yeah.
Come on.
I think maybe Mario. Let's check. Okay. We have a few questions from Greg on Discord. Okay, first question. Who's the best Disney princess?
Who's the best? Is there any qualifiers or no?
It just says who's the best.
How are you ranking best?
What's that? It's opinions based.
Because then, like, my favorite one would be Moana. There's maybe some, like, recency bias. Granted, Moana 2 was not a great film. But, like, you know, if we forget that one exists.
It wasn't. And I was so disappointed. My favorite is also Moana.
But if we just pretend like it's just Moana 1, or Moana the film, there's no sequel. Great, she's fantastic. You know. Growing up, my favorite was Snow White.
Oh, my favorite growing up, like from the classic Disney princesses, was Ariel. I'm an ocean scientist, so like obviously, like I belong in the sea. I've always said I'm a fish, and I mean.
And we've seen you as a fish.
I am a yeah. You see me as a fish. I am a fish. I have 3 fish sitting right here. Like me and the ocean are we're like this. So Ariel was always my favorite. I always felt the most connected to Ariel. And that is why Moana is now my favorite, because Moana kind of thing, because I'm also a very like independent by the beat of my own drum type of person. And Ariel was also like that, but she was like that in the way that she was like, I'm gonna do whatever I want, but she was referring to like
Yeah,
date
she
a
was like a
man.
yeah. She was like that for the male gaze.
Yeah, for the male gaze, which is like that's not me at all. So Moana being like, I'm gonna do whatever I want, being like, you know, I'm gonna return the heart of defeat, like that's more me.
Gonna lead her people.
That's more in the way that that's more the way that I am. It's like I'm gonna do what I want. So yeah, Moana, I think. Snow White is interesting. You're kind of wearing Snow White colors right now.
I mean, there's on my Instagram a picture of me dressed as like a Disney bound sort of Snow White. I don't know if I ever brought this up. I probably have. But
I don't think so.
me and my friend group back in the day used to do like themed karaoke nights, and one of them was like Disney themed. So like, there's a picture of me on Instagram that's like dressed as like a modern day Snow White. It's like a very low effort
I feel like
Disney bound cosplay.
you're kind of low effort Disney bounding cosplay Snow White right now.
I'm just wearing an Oklahoma City Thunder jersey.
Yeah, but it's like yellow. I see blue, red, yellow, white, and then you also have a black beanie on, which she has like that little black bob.
Yeah, okay. I'm unintentionally Snow Whiting right now. Like the lowest effort of I got out of bed and it's cold, so I put a beanie on.
I said it was low effort Disney bounding. Another Disney princess question. Which Disney princess would be the best or worst to hang out with?
Snow White's just fucking asleep the whole time.
That was my immediate thought, was like, I'm so sorry, Kiki, it is Snow White is the worst. I think the best would either... That's hard, because I want to say Rapunzel for the personality, but I really want to say...
Are we talking like 3D
Jasmine,
Rapunzel?
Because
like...
she has a palace.
Are we talking like the old Rapunzel or like the Flynn Rider?
Like the Flynn Rider.
The Tangled Rapunzel.
Because Tangled Rapunzel. Because she's got so much personality. She seems really fun. I think we get along. But I'm gonna say Jasmine because she has a palace, a tiger, and a magic carpet, and a genie.
Okay, solid. And, you know, a cute boy that sneaks into her house.
And Abu, the monkey. Can't forget about the monkey.
It's a really good chat with Jasmine. My only problem with hanging out with Jasmine has nothing to do with her personally, but I would find it too hot where she lives. So, like, climate-wise, it wouldn't be a pleasant time.
Well, you should go hang out with Milan, because I feel like talking about best Disney princesses, it's like a miss to not say Mulan at all in the conversation, because Mulan is awesome.
Yeah.
But you don't have to hang out with Mulan. You could do something else.
I mean, I could hang out with Mulan, you know. I mean, again, maybe too warm temperature-wise, climate-wise, but...
You go in the wind.
True.
You don't have to. I'll go hang out with Mulan.
I mean, like, I've got nothing against Mulan, you know. I love...
Who do you want to hang out with?
I mean, like, I could just nap next to... No, let's be true. The Seven Dwarves might annoy me at some point. Like, maybe that wouldn't be great. I like Raya a lot, but I think that's like my Southeast Asian, like, influence, kind of. By influence, I mean heritage.
Yeah.
I don't think I could hang out with Ariel. I think she's great, but she also doesn't talk. And, like...
Right.
A lot of the friends I spend the most time with tend to talk a lot more than I do.
Okay, I gotta point out one thing is that you won't hang out with Ariel because she doesn't talk. But you want to hang out with no Snow White, who's just gonna
Yeah,
sleep?
because then I feel no pressure and I can also sleep. But if Ariel's like sitting there trying to not converse with me and I can't be on.
That's true. She's constantly trying to
Yeah.
communicate, and she's
Yeah,
very
whereas Snow
bubbly.
White, we can have chill vibes. Like, we can just enjoy each other's company in silence. Also,
Yeah.
she eats an apple.
I do
Apples are
think the
vegan.
Seven Dwarfs.
Like,
True, vegan menu over there. The White with the vegan menu. I think that the Seven Dwarfs would make for good people watching.
true.
Like, you just sit there and be like, "These are your weird roommates," like type of
Yeah,
vibe.
like when
you
I
know?
can't sleep, I can
You ever
just.
been to someone's house and been like,
And I did have like a dopey plushie when I was a kid. Like, Snow White was just my favorite for whatever reason. I don't know how my family didn't realize I was queer.
"Mine was Monsters Inc. I was a ride or die Monsters Inc. kid, like that, and that's still, like I really wasn't into many princesses when I was younger. I didn't really care about them as much. I think until my 10th birthday, I had Monsters Inc.'s birthday, and then I didn't have any more birthdays until I was an adult.
What happened in that period?
Well, oh, my parents got divorced.
Yeah.
But
It got real.
But pre my parents' divorce, every year I had a Monsters Inc. birthday party. I loved Monsters Inc. That's my movie. I watch Monsters Inc. and Ratatouille like once a month, probably still. I love those two.
So you like your 30th, whenever that happens, right? Monsters Inc. themed party.
You're so right.
It's a way to get everyone in costume.
I get to be Boo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. All right. Next question. Thoughts on cruise ships?
They seem fun. Like, I want to do one day.
Have you ever been?
No, I get motion sickness. Not to say that I can't.
What?
Like, I literally have motion sickness tablets on my bedside table. One day, well, I think my partner and I want to do one at some point. But
That would be
also, it
lovely.
seems like not great for the environment. Like, I know there's a lot of people on there and stuff, but like, as far as like holidays go, it doesn't seem very environmentally friendly. I don't know.
It's really interesting. I actually don't know much about that, which inclines me to say it's not that bad because I feel like if it was, I would know
Sure.
about it. That's my career. But also, I should look into it, and I'm going to. I don't know. I've been on cruises before.
I know that boats generally aren't good, but if you consider the sheer amount of people on there in comparison, it might actually be okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like public transportation, right? It's definitely much better than going on a private yacht. And I also am curious about, I've got a lot of questions now because like jet skis I know are very bad for the environment because they dump so much fuel and the motor is like very bad for like the echolocation of sea animals who use that. But I actually don't know anything about cruises. I can't imagine like things like, you know, if you've heard of like the poop cruise, stuff like that sounds like a nightmare to me. But I've been on cruises. I always have a good time. I like that you can drink a lot on them if you get the drink package. And I like being on the ocean a lot. So, but I will say I don't like being on the ocean and not being in the water. When I say I'm a fish, that's because when I go to the beach, I don't even like, my friends think I'm crazy because it's like I don't even put out a towel. I just want to lay in the sand until I'm tired of laying in the sand, and then I want to go lay and roll in and out on the sand with the waves. And then I want to go swim as far out as I can and then swim back and then roll in and out with the waves again. Like I like lay and I just let the tide take me in and out. I just roll back and forth. It's a mess. and then I just go lay back in the sand and I covered it anyway.
Which is harder to do on a boat.
So like, yeah, it's harder to do on a boat. So I don't love that about them, but I do like looking at the ocean. When I think too hard about them, they seem scary to me, but I know that I enjoy them. That's all the thoughts I have on cruise ships.
Yeah.
They often have a lot of free ice cream.
Yeah. I've watched a surprising amount of like content about being on cruise ships, funnily enough, from both as a like traveler and as a worker. For whatever reason, I watch a lot of various things on YouTube in regards to I watch a lot of travel things actually, for someone that doesn't travel very much. But
That's good.
yeah, cruises do seem fun. The organized activity kind of thing. Not organized activity, but the fact there's like organized activities going on that you can like kind of attend, and you can structure your like kind of holiday how you want with a whole bunch of activities on the boats you don't need to be anywhere else seems kind of fun. I do think the rocking would eventually get to me. I think I would get.
But you feel that less on a big boat.
But the fact that you can still feel it would get to me.
I've never felt it.
Well,
I also don't think I've ever been sick or motion sick. But my tummy always hurts.
one time I got motion sick playing Stardew Valley. Like, it's pretty bad for me.
Well, I don't think you could ever do aerial.
No. I'm also afraid of heights.
I'm not scared of heights. Well, actually I am. But not really. I'm scared of heights when it's like, it's like, oh, look over the edge. I'm not doing that. Or it's like, stand on a glass floor. No, absolutely not. But it, like, hang by your arms 25 feet in the air, that's fine. By me, that's okay. Airplanes, that's fine. I don't know. It's like, if I feel secure, heights don't scare me at all.
And I think to an extent I get that, because I also am not scared of airplanes. Like, I enjoy flying, including airplane food, for whatever reason. I enjoy flying. But if I look over, if I look out of the window of a one-story building, or on the second story, first story, I don't know. If you're above one floor, and I look down, then I'm like, oh, no. Which is kind of concerning, because I have a floor below where I live.
I know what your window view looks like. You're not on the ground.
So I'm like, I can't look out the window, but if I look down from the window, I'm like, oh, no.
See, that doesn't bother me unless I'm like on a ledge, or like the floor is glass, or like being on a Ferris wheel. When you're on a Ferris wheel, I can't, like, roller coasters. I've done those like slingshot rides. Those don't bother me, but like a Ferris wheel, it goes so slow. I have a panic attack every time. There are many videos of me crying on Ferris wheels. I hate them.
It's funny because I'm the opposite.
But it's like a height thing.
I can't do roller coasters. I can do Ferris wheels.
Interesting. Very interesting. We're learning so much about each other. Okay, last question. We talking about Ferris wheels. Well, the last question was on cruise ships. I don't know how we got here. Anyway, desert island, cake or brownies?
Prison. What's the actual question?
Like, I think it's like, if you're on a desert island, would you rather have cake or brownies? I'm assuming it's more of a dialogue. It's like, you can have one thing for the rest of your life, cake or brownies.
Because I was like, on a desert island, I want neither of these. They are both making me parched and water more. I'm not a sweets person to that extent. I don't usually partake in cake or brownies. But if I had to pick between the two, if I get the choice of cake, No, if I get the choice of brownie. You know, I'd go with either as long as it's ube flavored. But like brownie.
Interesting. I love ube. But brownie. Yeah. So I think we've talked about this personally, not on the pod. Neither of us are really sweets people. And I read this and my immediate thought was brownie, because I don't really like cake. Like if there's cake somewhere, I'm probably not going to eat it at like birthday parties and stuff. Like, no, thank you. Brownies, I don't think I've ever turned down a brownie. However, if I eat a brownie, I'm going to want a glass of milk. It's like if you give a mouse a cookie. Anyway, if I eat a brownie, I'm going to want a glass of milk. Desert Islands don't have any milk. That's not good. And the cake, although I'm not a cake person, I am a very big fan of a chantilly cake. Or a gentilly cake. I know it's pronounced both ways. So I'm going to go with that, but specifically a gentilly cake.
Yeah, I chose brownie on the basis that I don't really want either of them on a dessert, but if I had to eat one of them, I love really rich desserts, if anything, and a brownie is richer than cake, for the most part.
Interesting. I'm the opposite. Like, if I'm going to eat a dessert, I don't like rich. I like very potent things. I love blue cheese, and I love, like, pickles, and I like heavy, dirty martinis. Like, I like very, like, strong flavors, but I don't like rich flavors. My stomach is too sensitive for that. I can't do, like, if I eat something, like, too creamy, like, just rich, I'm like, ugh. If I, like, eat a dessert, I like it to be, like, fruity. I want, like, a fruity dessert.
I love rich and creamy when I eat dessert. Or even, like, savory food, I like creamy pastas more than, like, tomato-based pastas. Which is, like, a real poor decision on my part to give up cream.
I was like, you're vegan.
Yeah. Favorite dessert? Cheesecake. Can't eat that anymore.
I do love a cheesecake.
Though, if you could choose any cake and cheesecake falls underneath it, would that solidify cake as your option? Yeah.
Yes. Oh, interesting. If I choose cake or brownie, does that mean, because I'm assuming I get just kind of an unlimited supply of this on the desert island, because if it didn't magically appear, it would go bad quite quickly, because it's hot on the desert island and there's no refrigerator, and these things have dairy in them. So if it's like unlimited supply, can I, every time I wish for cake or brownie, I can have any type of cake or brownie? Because if that's the case, I'm definitely going in a cake. Because then I could have cheesecake, or I could have chantilly cake. Sometimes I do love a red velvet cake, if it's a good red velvet cake.
Like, if we're taking this route, then we're loosening the definition of cake, or we're broadening the definition of cake. Much harder to do that with brownie.
Like, you know, blondies. Actually, one time in my chemistry class in high school, what is wrong with me? My chemistry teacher made us all make brownies, and she gave us each a different ingredient to remove. And I had to remove butter from my brownie, which, like, should not have been as big of an issue for me as it was. I think that should not have impacted the recipe that much. But I ended up with what I can only describe as the Eucharist, the body.
This is my brownie.
Like, I don't know. All I did was take butter out of a regular brownie recipe, and it still wasn't even, like, brown and chocolatey. I don't know what went wrong. This day, it, like, baffles me. I brought it, and everyone was like, what did you take out of this? It looks, feels, and tastes like the Eucharist. And I went to a Catholic school, so we all knew what that was. And I was like, butter. So there's a lot of different variations of brownies.
Well, I'm gonna decline that one on the desert island.
Well, anyway, I think that's all we have today.
Great. What a note to end on. Ferris wheels, brownies.
We got way off topic. But we were not so. We were on topic because we were just answering questions from our listeners. So, thank you so much for listening today. I hope that you enjoyed our spoiler. I hope that you think our card is as awesome as we think it is. And yeah, Kiki, where can the people find you?
You can find me on Bluesky at kikibird.bluesky.social. You can find me on Twitter at kiki_LA93. And for you?
Amazing. I am eHamOnTree on all of these socials. eHamOnTree, like bacon on bush or pork on shrubbery. And yeah,
That was us.
that's it.
Oh, hope you enjoyed that, and make sure you catch our video with our gameplay coming up before this comes out. Or after, some point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodbye.